Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. This week, we are going to do the analysis for NAS100 for the week starting October 22 and ending on Friday, the 27th. Um, so before we begin, let's just pray. God, we just thank you again for your blessing and for your goodness and for um, the opportunity we have to trade. We ask that you just be with us, be with us in our analysis. May we have another successful week. With everyone watching this video, grant them a special blessing. May we all be successful. And thank you again for your love and for your goodness. We pray. All right, guys. So this week we will be looking at what we're expecting in the market for the upcoming sessions. So let me share my screen. All right. Now, last week, just a quick recap. Last week, we saw in the market that we had a series of lower highs, lower lows on the 1 hour. And the reason for those lower highs, lower lows was because we saw that on the 4 hour time frame, which is where we started, we saw that the 4 hour time frame was actually coming from a high that was created from the Thursday before. Okay. Now the concept is once your 4 hour is coming from a high, your 1 hour time frame, which is your smaller time frame, is going to make lower highs, lower lows until that low is finished. Okay, it will make lower highs, lower lows until that low is finished. And we saw exactly that. We had 4 moves, 4 opportunities last week. If you didn't have a chance to see my review video, it's on YouTube. You can go on and you can check it out. See all the moves that were taken last week and also the total that was made from a starting balance of the 3,500. So going back and recapping, you'll see that in the video. So once you look at your 1 hour, you'll see right here what I was talking about. The fact that the 4 hour started at a high point, the 1 hour needed to make the lower highs, lower lows until that low is fulfilled. The first one came on Monday, second one came on Tuesday, the third one came on Thursday, and the fourth one came on Friday. Okay, now how did that finish um, the week? When you look at your 4 hour, you'll see that the 4 hour still did not complete that low. It came very close. This is your break line right here. Once it breaks here, then you have that word low, which means a new low has been formed on that 4 hour. All right. So we did not get that on Friday. Now, what that means is that I'm still expecting to see that carry forward, that same trend continuing, where we have in the lower highs to the lower lows on the 1 hour until we get this move finishing. So let me jump to this week's chart. I went ahead and did all the markings already. On the 4 hour, this is what we're seeing. This is that low, higher low that we had, which did not complete that low. So again, I'm still expecting that trend to continue, where we're making lower highs, lower lows. All right. Now, because I'm still expecting some amount of sell in the market, okay, you know that you cannot come in on a low in order to sell. You have to wait. You must wait on your retracement levels. If you're planning to sell and the market is at a low, you have to wait on your retracement levels before you can start selling. All right. So if the market opens, it can push to continue that lower low or to complete that lower low, I should say. All right. Then if that happens, then I'm now looking, my bias is now changing slightly based on my other time frames towards a buy, because the low would have been completed on my 4 hour. Until that happens, I'm still taking lower highs, lower lows, which means I'm waiting for price to retrace, entering and selling it to the lower low. Okay. All right. So what am I expecting? Expecting some amount of retracement for me to get another sell setup. How am I setting my levels? Well, I'm looking at my last high and low that has been created on my biggest time frame. Currently, I'm at a lower low on my 1 hour. There are no highs that were created this week, only lower highs. So I go to my next time frame though, which is now going to be my half hour time frame. What I will do is I'll put my fibs on that higher high point. I'll go to my low, and I'll pick up my retracement levels. Okay. Let me just put this here. We have some stuff, have some markings on here, which may make it a little bit difficult to see, but we're right there. Okay. Now, when I do that, what I'm looking for is a retracement to create a lower high on, in this case, my 1 hour, so that I'll be able to get another entry to go back to a lower low. Because remember, in order for the 4 hour to complete its low, it would need to come back and break this low point where it ended on Friday, which was only a higher low. Okay, so if you look at the 4 hour, this is where it ended. It's an oversold higher low. I need a low on my 4 hour, which is now going to translate to a lower low on my 1 hour. The 1 hour ended at a higher low. Sorry, the 1 hour ended at a lower low, and the 4 hour ended at a higher low. So I'm expecting a retracement to a lower high to come back and break this to complete the lower low on the big time frame. Now that's what I'm expecting. Doesn't mean that the market is going to do that, but that's what I'm expecting. All right, based on what I've seen so far. So if I'm expecting a retracement, where am I expecting it to go? Now, because we're in the take profit zone based on my fibs, which is at the minus 27% and also at the minus 61%, price usually retraces to your 0% line once you have entered those zones, your expansion zones. So I'm expecting a retracement to come right in this region right here, which is now going to be my 0% line. You can already see because of these markings I have here, right? But this is where my 0% line would fall. Another thing why I'm convinced a little bit more about the zone if the market does retrace is that when I look at my half-hour time frame, I'll see that this line right here, this is my break line. This is my low break line on my half hour. Price usually likes to come back and create highs in the area where it broke to put on the last low. Okay. Again, if you're not familiar with some of these things that I'm talking about, you can see additional videos that are posted on YouTube. You can always go back and review those videos. All right. So this is where I'm expecting price to come back. I'm expecting price to make a high on my 15 on my half hour, which would actually turn out to be a lower high on my 1 hour time frame. All right, so that's exactly what I'm expecting this week. Price did not complete at low on the 4 hour, so it's more of the same. So I'm still expecting lower highs, lower lows until that move is finished. Then I'll continue with further analysis as to when the buy will start. But I will tell you, once the low is completed, my bias is going to be looking towards a buy to complete a high or some sort of high on my 4 hour time frame. extra confirmation for that is when I look at my daily time frame. Okay, let me zoom out of this a little bit. Excuse the markings. Let me actually switch to another chart that I have set up here. So when I switch to another time frame, you will actually see on that time frame on my day that the price is actually making lower highs, lower lows. Okay, so I'm expecting that this is going to complete a lower low on my daily chart. All right. However, because the market finished at a higher low, both on the daily and on the 4 hour, I'm expecting a slight retracement to create that lower high on my 1 hour time frame so that it can complete a lower low to complete the low that is required on the 4 hour and the lower low that is required on the day. All right, hope that makes sense. But what is my bias? I'm still bearish only because the low has not been completed on my 4 hour. All right. So there's nothing much to it. That's all I'm expecting. All right. Keeping it simple. Lower highs, lower lows until the 4 hour low has been completed. So thank you again for watching. That's my analysis for the week. Happy trading, and I hope that we will all make money this week and make those pips, and we all have a successful week. So thank you again, Lord, for your blessing and this ability that we have to trade and to analyze. We ask that you just be with us as traders this week. Help us to be consistent, be profitable, and also to manage our risks properly. Thank you. We love you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, guys, take care. See you next time.